I want to be recognized. I want to be decorated. Truthfully, back then I couldn't imagine.
From a venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002, there's a look at the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. To speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Kene Nwangu.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. On 1st down, Thomas. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9, Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They run with Thomas. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Seahawks are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. Able to slither by, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The 71 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and less than a yard. Play action. Now Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On 2nd and 2, Jones. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Throwing, Jones. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. The Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball.
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. On 2nd and 10, Wilson. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They go play action with Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Now a give running left is Nwangu. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 82 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling. No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
His throw incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll run on 1st down. It's Thomas, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9, Jones. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll look to run with Nwangu. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. And they'll run again. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being full.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Kene Nwangu, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Seahawks continue to pull away here in this first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. And that one quickly went from a big play for the offense, I thought he may go the distance, to a big play for the defense.
And how about the emotions for the defense on that play? It broke big. It was going to be an absolute disaster for them. And it turns out they end up with the football. I don't know that they're exactly celebrating. Definitely plenty of relief, though.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On 2nd down, it's Thomas. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now Jones throwing on 1st down. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked up by DJ Reed.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
On the give is Nwangu.
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28.
89 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw is Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet.
Touchdown! Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
He will return this from deep
in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Handoff right side to Nwangu.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Patriots. He's at the 50. 30, past the 20, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you caught.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Give left side here for Nwangu.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Handoff here to Nwangu.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. They've got the comfortable lead. Decision time here. Do they go for it, press their luck?
Listen, if I'm the head coach, I take my headset off. I turn to my defense and say, guess what, guys? We're going for it right here, right now. I want the knockout shot, and if it doesn't happen, you've got my back, don't you? Go get it.
And if you don't get it, the other offense, they've got a long way to go in the other direction. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
And the season's first down.
On first down, Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And it's picked up by the Patriots. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing on first down, Jones. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's going to wind up and air it out. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play there just before halftime. Defense blitzed, but they picked it up pretty well.
Allowed their man to stand firm in the pocket and not be hurried, didn't it? That allowed him to make the nice throw downfield to help complete that play.
And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Watch your slant, watch your slant, watch your slant. 58, 58 for Mike. Blue there. Buffalo 18. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
A final shot before break. Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and they're able to get this one across the 35.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Looking long for Thomas.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Yeah. Down the street, 56, the mark, boys, 56, check 56. Dragon 60.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Over the middle, open is Thomas.
And he will have the Patriots first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan. But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
To throw again on second down. Jones. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead, but coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
A quick throw out to Lockett.
And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
And he's going to take this one down inside the 45.
Second and 2.
Here's Wilson.
Drops this off with Nwangu.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Shit. Slam. Gun.
Now it's Nwangu.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Another run now for Nwangu.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Throwing is Wilson.
And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
A 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Foxborough.
Here's a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On second down now, it's Thomas, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
56, the Mike, boys, 56. Check, 56. So we got man. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Mike 56.
Back to throw. Jones. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. He finds his man, complete. That's Burns. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Now Wilson on 1st down. Left side complete to Lockett. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go right back to Nwangu. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Here's 2nd and 10. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Double time. Hey. We got 3. Three down. Hey, Mike 52.
Here's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
58, boys. Panther 11. Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
52's the mic. Gotta go.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Double tight. 3 down.
So the victory here